Hello, my beautiful Aries collective. It's me, Kendra B, with Knowing Woman Tarot. Thank you so much for being here with me. We are going to be doing your March 2020 tarot reading. That means if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in Aries, this video may have something that resonates with you, and I really hope it does. Okay. Um, let's just talk about I've been mentioning in all of my videos so far the 22222 portal, which happened just a few days ago. Um, I think today is the 25th, not sure. So I am getting an early start on my March videos, but that Tuesday portal was very magnetic. And for me, it was a very palpable energy shift. It may have come with giant epiphanies that you just realized about yourself. I know I did. And I know a lot of people around me have. You know, you could have even gotten a big sum of money or just had a problem really work out of the blue. But for the most part, I'm seeing that there have been some things that have been stumping some of us for a very, very, very long time that all of a sudden we just had a light bulb moment like, oh, I get it now. Okay. So, with that being said, my gorgeous Aries, I have 5 cards on the board for you so far. They are, and I'm doing a mix of decks. I'm just kind of going with how I feel today. All right. I have the forest and I have the snail that came out first. Okay. Now, this forest, for some reason, the first thing that I looked at was the bottom puddle. And it almost looked like a snake, right? So, Aries, I feel like there has been some scorpionic energy going on with you for quite some time. What do I mean when I say scorpionic? I mean the energy of shadow work, just really starting to see yourself for who you truly are, the good, the bad, the ugly, the neurotic, the crazy, the hypersexual, the just whatever you could possibly think of, you know? I feel like you have been culminating and you've had this bustling inner energy of transformation that has been going on for a very, very long time. I'm actually hearing that it's something that wants to rise up and meet you, right? Scorpio energy is can be challenging sometimes because when I think of Scorpio, I think of the ancestors, I think of the underworld, I think of the serpent, I think of even Capricorn, I think about the devil because they kind of work hand in hand. But it's really about making friends with your dark side, making friends with your dark side. I feel like that has been the energy that you have been on for a while, Aries. Because I feel like pre-pandemic, because for me, the ascension started right at 2020. That's just me. You know, that's the way I look at it. So I'm always kind of speaking about spiritual journeys in terms of pre-COVID and post-COVID, right? So I feel like a lot of you pre-COVID were, ooh, narcissistic. I heard narcissistic. Um, okay. You could also have been a selfish person. You could have been a workaholic. You may not have been as present with your family as you wanted to be. You could have been very neurotic. Just a lot of things that you deemed a part of your personality, and you didn't think twice about it. But I feel like over the last few years, these things have slowly been making their way up and being presented to you in your relationships, right? Because that's how spirit speaks to us. That's how we speak to each other in the spiritual realm. So if I have to find out that I have been being a terrible friend, then spirit will send you someone who is expecting you to rise up to a certain level that maybe you're not capable of rising up to. And you had no idea that you weren't capable of rising up to that level until you met them, right? So, yeah, very scorpionic energy. And if I needed verification, the next card out was actually death, right? Very scorpionic, very transformational. So, you are seeing the death of the old you, Aries. And it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. I feel like over the last few years, you have gotten more, I don't know if I want to say comfortable. For some of you guys, you've gotten more comfortable in your body. And for others, you've just started to really pay attention to your body and nurture your body and work out and just, be present in your own flesh. For Aries, our first fire sign, that is very, very important, okay? Because Aries is the root chakra. It is all about being at home in your own body. The way you have been kind of culminating all that is a sense of stillness. You may have had a yoga practice or just some way of slowing down, because when this death card came out, like all of this looks like Aries. Like this looked like the life that you used to live in right here. This just all the shit that's going on around you. And now this is you. And I can just see this fire subsiding and coming down, and the transformation being what? Complete. Because it's about crossing the threshold over into something a little more joyful, a little more abundant, a little more easygoing. And I'm definitely getting an emphasis on your relationships, Aries. I feel like the things that you've learned about yourself over the last few years are helping you to relate better with people. I keep hearing narcissistic. I feel like there's somebody who was, and I don't know if you were actually narcissistic, but it's almost like you were so unhappy that it was really, really hard for you to be happy for someone else. So you were a downer for a lot of people, Aries. Just a big old downer. But this Three of Wands is giving me big time Sag energy of just really seeing the bright side of things, enjoying life again, having a childlike wonder, just and knowing that you're abundant, knowing that everything is going to be okay. And let's get some more cards on the board. Let's get some more cards on the board. What are we crossing over into? Ooh, the Devil. Look at that. We got the Three of Wands in the center, and we got her surrounded by Death and the Devil. That's Scorpio and Capricorn energy. Didn't I call it? I knew it was going to come. So now you are crossing over into a new realm. Now is the time for you to solidify the person that you want to be. I don't think you should really be falling back on the things that feel comfortable to you, because I feel like you are in such a fresh state, Aries, that if you doubt yourself for just one moment, you can find yourself back where you used to be. And for a lot of you, that's just negative thinking, negative attitude, detachment from your body, and just not feeling safe. Just not feeling safe. So the Devil does talk about detachment. It talks about your foundations that you're building. It talks about addictions. It talks about relationships, codependency. Not always a bad thing, but this Devil card is like you have a choice. You have a choice. Because again, remember earlier when I said it's about making friends with your shadow self or your dark side, your demons, whatever you want to call them, because listen, look at that Devil. He's kind of like Tommy Lee or like Van Halen or somebody, right? So as long as you're in denial of your, base level fleshly desires or flaws, whatever, as long as you're in denial of these things, then he can have control over you. Okay? But we're no longer in denial of these things. So now we're going to make friends with little Tommy Lee, little Van Halen up here. Okay? Because the thing about the devil is he has the keys to the handcuffs that can cuff you to things, right? So you can never take your eye off this motherfucker. Because if, as sure as you jump over to this new level of self-awareness, this new level of acceptance and joy and abundance, he can be right there with that set of handcuffs that and put them on you and be like, well, if I don't handcuff you to this, it could be all taken away. It's about attachment. I just heard y'all go hard. Aries, y'all go hard, okay? So whatever it is you're doing, you don't know how to just be 50%. It's going to be 1,000% with y'all Aries. And that's a great quality to have. But at this time, I think you should definitely avoid being overly attached to outcomes, overly attached to things and people and places. Like, now is the time for a more joyful experience for you, Aries. The world. Yes. Listen, the world is all about the journey. Okay? I really want you to avoid this devil energy and just enjoy your journey from hence therefore. Being present in the moment is so important for you, Aries. Y'all are like the little babies of the zodiac. Like, I think a baby's trying lemons for the first time, or I saw this Instagram video of a baby eating queso for the first time. Like, you deserve to be innocent. You are innocent, Aries. Like, stop being so hard on yourself. You are an innocent person. Like, you want to do good. You believe in the goodness of people. And sometimes you can just get so frustrated because you get so gung ho about things. But you're going to have to release your attachment to this world and to these outcomes and to these people and to these, it's like you cannot make anyone do something that they don't want to do. I want to read this Three of Wands because now I feel like I'm going on a rant because I'm just I'm seeing how you're having the opportunity to have more joy in your life. But you still have this tendency to want to control other people and their narratives. And, it's like, oh, if they're doing this, there's no way I could be happy. Oh, these people are stupid. These people are dumb. I just can't. But let me read Three of Wands. Let me see what she says. Because that's the energy that I want us to focus on, guys. On a hill high above a harbor, a figure leaps joyously. His thick purse and golden sandals are cast aside and forgotten as he excitedly surveys the passage of three ships below. The wand he holds overhead and the two that frame him form a gateway. Three birds soar in an azure sky beneath a brilliant sun. The Three of Wands speaks of ambition and future vision. Its message is you are doing the right thing. You have the mature perspective and high advantage point to see the big picture and make decisions that will bring you to your goals. The foundations you have laid is a good one. If things are going well, they will continue to do so. However, as much of a high point as it is, this card only shows the beginning of manifestation of your ideas. While the Three of Wands promises achievement and happy results, these auspicious possibilities depend on your ability to focus your will towards your vision, not other people. That's exactly what I was feeling. It's like it was something that just wouldn't let me fully get into this Three of Wands. And it's because it's like once you leap through this motherfucking gateway, don't you dare look back. Don't you dare look back, Aries. The world is going to get along just fine without you. And I know that might hurt your ego, but baby, you're going to be so much lighter and you're going to be so much happier when you're not wrapped up in other people's drama. All right, let's talk about the recent past for Aries. Recent past for Aries. What's been going on in the recent past? What's been going on in the recent past? What's been going on in the recent past? Five of Cups. We got some disappointments. We got some disappointment, discontentment. We got the King of Swords. May have been some and the Nine of Cups. Aries, you have had a bit of an issue voicing your concerns and gripes in a constructive way. Okay? Everything that you want, you deserve to have, Aries. Why is it that you bite your tongue and act like you don't want things when you know good and goddamn well that is what you want? And then you bite your tongue and you hold your tongue and then you get resentful and then you get mad and then you get angry. But we're going away from this energy, aren't we, Aries? We are voicing our concerns and our desires. We're making a plan for the future. We know what we need for emotional fulfillment, right, Aries? So if you know what you need for emotional fulfillment, say it. Ask for it. Stand on it. It doesn't have to be a fight either. Give me one more for subconscious. We got the Two of Wands. Okay, so you may be used to doing things yourself. You may be used to not having your needs met. And that's okay. Because again, we're crossing over into this threshold now. So you need to take these things and look at them now. Okay, I grew up in a household where nobody listened to me and I had to fill my own needs. And actually, I had to fill my mother's needs too because, XYZ, whatever, whatever. But whatever story you've been telling yourself is keeping you from speaking up right now. I mean, is it a fear of having to do it alone again? I don't think that's fair to yourself, Aries. And I understand fear. Fear is a bitch. But it's not the truth. The truth is you deserve to have what you want. And if you're not speaking up for it, you're still going to end up here anyway because you're basically emotionally depleting yourself. You're basically building a wall around yourself and you're not letting others in because there's a part of you that you're not letting them see and know. Near future for Aries. Near future for Aries. Near future for Aries. Near future for Aries. Four of Cups. See what I'm talking about? See them cups keep coming up. This is an emotional journey, Aries. Four of Cups is dissatisfaction for the most part. You haven't been getting what you wanted. Again, there's this fear of, I don't want to be a bitch. I don't want to look like a bad guy. I don't want to push these people away. I don't want to put too much pressure on them. I don't want them to feel like I'm needy. So This is where that's going to take you. That's what you're never going to get a cup that has what you want in it if you don't go to the fountain and press the button of the soda that you fucking want. And I'm seeing a lot of you moping around the house. You might be playing the martyr. You might be a little bitchy or, on edge or just mopey. And that's okay because, again, we got the snail right here. This is a slow process. You are baking in the fires of transformation. But I do want to tell you that you are going to continually and consistently be getting a bag of doo doo delivered unto you until you reach down into this inner child, this subconscious energy, this shadow self energy that tells you that you have to do everything on your own because you don't. Especially when it comes to your friendships and your romantic partners. I'm not even really talking about like duties around the house or finances or anything like that. This is literally about your emotional fulfillment. I'm hearing that song by Music Soul Child. Teach me how to love. Show me the way to surrender my heart. Girl, I'm so lost. Teach me how to love. How do I get my emotions involved? All right, let's get a clarifier for this Four Cups because that is not what we are going to accept in the near future. This dissatisfaction, there is a positive and there is an upside to it. So let's see it, Spirit. What's the alternative to this Four of Cups energy? Or where is that energy going to lead us? We got the Five of Wands, baby. Stop running from confrontation. I'm hearing avoidance. Somebody has an avoidant personality, which is very common in people who experience childhood trauma, narcissistic abuse. It's very easy for you to try to avoid conflict because of a fear that something that once hurt you is going to reoccur. Well, how the fuck did this go this way, Aries? Damn. Give me one more. King of Pentacles. I feel like a lot of you like to kind of protect your kingdom. You have this wall up. And there's some things that want to be made tangible for you, Aries. And I'm getting love because there's so many cups on the board. I got major arcana. We got three major arcana. We got death, the devil, and the world, right? We are letting go of the old stories, the old journey that got us here to this point, right? That old story of, I got to do it by myself. Nobody's going to care for my needs. Nobody cares, so I even voice it. If I say something, it's going to be a fight, da 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 da, blah, blah, blah. So what do? You just sit there and be sad and be upset and, long for something better? Or do you accept the challenge? And I don't mean a fight. It's really a protective energy. Not protective, that's not a word that I want to use. It's really about an energy of not running away, standing up for the challenge, because the King of Pentacles lets you know that you do have this potential. You've done so many things on your own. A lot of you guys are entrepreneurs and you've, created some form of wealth for yourself, some name. You run a home. It's like there is some stability within you. But for some of you guys, I'm seeing it just like a facade or a front to a dilapidated emotional core. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to get all serious on y'all like that. I'm sorry. Let's get one more card and then I'm going to pull some advice for you. One more card for Aries. One more card for Aries along with some advice, and we'll leave them with a nice little message. Nice little message. Nine of Swords in reverse. Stop that being scary and anxious. And girl, you ain't got no reason. The Lord trying to take that up off of you. Some of y'all got a little bit of social anxiety too. The Lord trying to take that up off of you. Signs and reminders. These are cards that kind of came out in my Taurus reading as well. You may have a Taurus friend that you can talk to, who can help you kind of open up to some emotion a little bit more. Signs and reminders. Let's read that for you. Angels and loved ones in heaven are sending you signs of their presence now. You may be seeing the same number patterns or sequences, finding feathers, seeing the same bird at special times, or even feeling that you're being visited by a loved one or angel. In dreams or at some point in your day, these are all messages of support. You are on the right path and you are being guided to know that you do not walk this path alone. I'm hearing that somebody did have a dream that may have spooked you a little bit. You may have had a dream about a loved one dying or you dying or something like that. But don't fear it, please. I do feel like Spirit is going to explain that dream to you in a little more detail. Like you're going to be getting, it's kind of like a rolling out of understanding about this dream, okay? You are on the right path and you are being guided to know that you do not walk this path alone. In times of need, angels are beside you, blessing your heart with love and healing. And your angels and loved ones in heaven will never leave you. Their love will never die. Angels love to send us signs because often we're not in a space where we can fully listen to their guidance. Most of the time because we're too busy or not willing to listen to the message we hear on the inside. And signs catch our attention. They remind us that our angels and loved ones in spirit are with us and willing to help us. If you have ever found yourself questioning certain events or signs, it's because somewhere within you, you don't feel fully adequate or worthy of the love that is being shown to you. Know that you are worthy. When you receive a sign, there is an important step that you must take in order to usher miracles into your life. Call in help. A sign is a message that help is available. So welcome it in with an open heart. Amen? Some of you going to get that opportunity. You're going to be getting an opportunity in March to speak up and ask for help, to be vulnerable. Because that's the only way you're going to get up out of this mentality of just being, I'm hearing broken. Some of y'all been through some shit, man. Listen. But and I don't think you really heal from it. It's slower than you think, Aries. A lot of y'all, I'm feeling like you really thought this was done and over with. Like this been healed, it's all good, yada yada yada. But you still have some memory in your body of this thing. And it has you playing small. So we're going to call that thing up to meet us. That tiny little voice that says, you're fat, you're ugly, you're not good enough, you're stupid. People only want to abuse you, you know. You can't trust people. We're going to just, call them up and have a little chit chat and let them know what the real deal is. That's what this card is about. This Nine of Cups is the real deal. This is you perpetuating a new story, a new narrative. You get to choose what your cups look like. Whether they're decorated with feathers or birds or colors or whatever, you get to choose that. Okay, Aries? That is your reading, and I'm so happy you stuck with me. I love you guys so much. Please hit that like button down below. Also, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you would like to know when I upload more videos. I'm also on IG at its_Kendra B, like the insect. Okay, so hopefully I'll see you guys over there, and I look forward to seeing you again next month. Thank you.